Thank you, Mr. President. Yes, me again. I'm not going to go back 250 years, but I'll go back 30. It was the afternoon of August 21st of 1995 when the first fire broke out. It was in the North Shore community of Rocky Point in Suffolk County. That eventually spread into multiple fires that stretched down to Middle Island and took a couple of days to extinguish. Then Governor Pataki had come down to Long Island because at the time, Long Island was in the midst of a drought that had been going on for weeks. Everyone breathed a sigh of relief. The fire was out. They thought the worst was over. Well, little did they know that the nightmare had just begun. In the early afternoon of August 24th, an alarm went out for a fire adjacent to the grounds of Suffolk Community College in Eastport, a fire that would be known as the 1995 Sunrise Wildfire and would burn thousands of acres all across the east end of Long Island, and a fire that took thousands of firefighters to battle. It was the largest mutual aid call in New York State history, sending nearly 180 fire departments from Suffolk and Nassau. And for the first time in history, the New York City Fire Department sent 10 engines and 2 battalion chiefs and a field communications unit out. Eventually, over the 4-day-long battle, there were firefighters and equipment from the New York State Forest Rangers, the National Guard. They came from Ohio, from Maryland, New Jersey, Maine, and the U.S. Forest Service, and eventually even 5 20-member crews of the famed Hot Shots were flown in from the West Coast. Why do I bring this up? Well, roughly 1 month ago today, we thought we might have a repeat of that nightmare, as 4 small fires broke out and eventually became one massive fire being fed by hundreds and thousands of downed trees throughout the Pine Barrens. Winds at the time were gusting up to 40 and 50 miles per hour. Mutual aid calls went out again, and as many as 80 fire departments and 10 EMS units responded from Suffolk and Nassau counties. But this time it was different. Local elected officials stepped up, and help was sent by Governor Hochul. But it was the response of our volunteers that prevented what could have easily turned into a deadly disaster. Today, I'd like to recognize, along with my colleague, Senator Palumbo, it happened in both of our districts, actually, and we want to sincerely, sincerely thank all of those first responders who dropped everything, responded immediately, and no doubt saved life and limb. We were honored and blessed to have such incredible men and women who are ready, willing, and able to help at a moment's notice. I ask you all to please join me in honoring and recognizing these outstanding heroes. Thank you, Mr. President.